She lost more than a chance to do what she loved. She lost a piece of herself. She was the baby of a small town, a child practically born on a surfboard. Then one morning, a shark came fast. It took her arm. It took her breath away. It took a year filled with doubt and long, dark nights where sleep would not come. This is the story of Bethany Hamilton. It is a story of deep, unimaginable pain. It is also a story of quiet, unwavering courage. She did not give up. She learned to surf again. She learned to smile again. Her life did not end that day at the beach. We begin with a moment like this, a raw moment, a cold open. We see a person at their lowest point. This is often where true and lasting change can begin. Pain shows us what we truly want. It reveals where our deepest reserves of bravery are hidden. It strips away everything that is not essential and clarifies purpose. It forces us to confront who we are and what we're willing to fight for. The clarity from such a moment is a gift, even if wrapped in hardship. Many know what it is to fail, to hit rock bottom. A lost job that defined your identity. A broken plan you poured your heart into. A cherished dream that falls apart before your eyes. In those moments, we feel small. We feel stuck. Our mind builds walls around us. These walls are mental blocks made of doubt and fear. They whisper we're not good enough. They tell us to hide. They scream to stop trying, to give up. But the mind can change. The body can heal. A life can transform in profound ways. The first step on the path to recovery is to embrace discomfort. Discomfort is the doorway to any new skill. It feels hard because it is hard. It asks for your time when you feel you have none to give. It demands patience when you want immediate results. Think of Bethany. She had to learn how to paddle a surfboard with only one arm. She had to completely relearn her sense of balance on the board. She felt the cold grip of fear every time she re-entered the ocean. But she stepped into that fear, one small, imperfect wave at a time, until the discomfort became familiar. A simple rule can help you begin this process. Commit to doing one hard thing each and every day. It does not have to be monumental. It can be a short run when you would rather stay on the couch. It can be practicing a new instrument for just a single page of music. It can be making that one phone call you have been dreading to ask for help or advice. You must intentionally do the thing that makes you want to stop. This practice builds a sense of calm in the face of challenge. It builds trust in your own ability to handle difficulty. Discomfort is a signal for growth, not a signal to retreat. When you feel that internal resistance, that urge to quit, that is the moment you are at the edge of your current ability. Pushing just a little further is how you expand that boundary. This is not about being reckless or ignoring genuine danger. It is about understanding the difference between productive struggle and harmful strain. The athlete feels the burn in their muscles and knows they are getting stronger. The student feels the confusion before a concept clicks and knows they are learning. This is the feeling you must learn to welcome. Over time, your relationship with discomfort will change. What once felt impossible will start to feel manageable. What felt manageable will start to feel routine. Your brain learns that the feeling of struggle is temporary and that it is followed by a sense of accomplishment and growth. You are, in effect, rewiring your own response to challenges. You are teaching yourself that the path to getting better is paved with moments of difficulty. By leaning into them, you are not just building a new skill, you are building a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Step 2 on this journey is discipline. Discipline is nothing more than consistent effort shown over a long period of time. It is the steady, daily practice that slowly but surely turns pain into skill, turns weakness into strength. Discipline is often boring. It lacks the glamour of a sudden breakthrough. But it is real, and it is reliable. Champions are not born from a single heroic act. They are forged in the quiet, early hours before dawn. They study when they are tired. They get back up and return to the practice field immediately after a fall. Their secret is consistency. Discipline does not mean you must be perfect. That is a common and damaging misconception. It simply means you keep going. It means showing up even when you feel cold and unmotivated inside. It means making a clear, simple plan and then sticking to it, one small step at a time, day after day. The key is to start small. Write down your plan. Make it so simple that it feels almost too easy to accomplish. Stick to that simple plan for 1 week. Then, make it a goal to stick to it for 2 weeks. Your brain will start to trust your commitment. This process builds what psychologists call self-efficacy, which is the belief in your own ability to succeed. Every time you follow through on your small, disciplined plan, you provide your brain with concrete evidence that you are someone who does what they say they will do. This is far more powerful than simple self-talk or hollow affirmations. You are not just telling yourself you can do it, you are proving it to yourself with your actions. This creates a positive feedback loop. Your discipline builds belief, and that belief makes it easier to remain disciplined, especially on the hard days. Step 3 is pushing past fear. Fear has a way of shrinking your world. It makes the very next step in front of you seem like an impossibly huge leap. But fear is not the truth. Fear is simply a signal. It is an ancient biological warning system designed to keep the body safe from physical harm. It does not, however, mean that you are incapable of moving forward. The trick is to learn how to move toward the source of your fear, not away from it. Acknowledging the fear but taking the step anyway is a skill that can be developed with practice. To do this, use small, manageable tests. If a large task scares you, break it down into its smallest possible components. Then, try to complete just one tiny piece of it. If you are afraid of public speaking, your first test might be to just write down a single opening sentence. Celebrate that tiny win. The next day, you might read that sentence out loud to yourself in an empty room. Each small victory, no matter how insignificant it seems, weakens the hold that fear has on you. It makes the next part of the task feel just a little bit easier. Fear will try to lie to you. It will tell you that failure would be catastrophic, that you are not ready, that you need more time, more preparation, more of something you do not have. Keep testing these lies with small, real-world actions. Your experience will show you that failure is rarely as bad as your fear predicts. You will learn that you are more capable than you thought. As you gather this evidence, you build a case against fear's narrative. You are no longer just arguing with it in your head, you are refuting it with your actions. Bethany Hamilton's father, Tom, once said, "For her to get back in the water was a huge thing. It was a huge victory for her to overcome that fear." He understood that the goal was not to eliminate the fear entirely. The goal was to act in spite of it. The victory was in the action, not the absence of the feeling. Your fear may never go away completely, especially when you are pushing yourself to grow. But you can learn to see it as a companion on your journey, a sign that you are moving in the right direction, toward the edge of your abilities. The fourth and most crucial step is to never give up. This is not about a single heroic act of defiance in the face of overwhelming odds. It is about something much quieter and, more powerful. It is the sum of many small, unglamorous returns to the task at hand. It is the person who falls down 7 times and gets up 8. It is the writer who faces a page of criticism and sits down to edit one more time. It is the athlete who finishes a grueling practice and still stays for one more hour. Never giving up is the steady daily work of persistence. This quality, what I call grit, is a better predictor of long-term success than talent. Talent is how quickly your skills improve when you invest effort. Achievement is what happens when you take your acquired skills and use them. Effort, however, is a factor in both parts of that equation. Effort builds skill, and effort makes skill productive. The decision to keep applying that effort, day in and day out, is what separates those who fulfill their potential from those who do not. It is a choice you make again every morning. Progress is never a straight line. There will always be 2 steps forward and 1 step back. There will be days filled with crushing doubt. There will be long nights when you feel exhausted and want to quit more than anything else. This is a normal and expected part of any ambitious journey. It is critical that you do not confuse a bad day with a bad life or a temporary setback with a permanent failure. On those tough days, your only job is to do one small thing to keep moving forward, and then try again tomorrow. To help you stay the course, it is important to find and hold on to a sense of purpose. Your purpose is the why behind your effort. It is the belief that your work matters to something larger than yourself. Bethany Hamilton found a new purpose: to inspire others through her story. This larger mission gave her a reason to endure the pain of rehabilitation and the fear of returning to the water. When your own motivation wavers, connecting your daily efforts to a higher purpose can provide the fuel you need to keep going. People who rise above profound failure almost always use the power of belief. But self-belief is not magic. It is not something you are born with or without. It is a practice. It is a voice inside your head that you must actively feed and cultivate. You can start by saying true things about your work and your effort. Say them out loud. When you complete a difficult task, say, "I did that. It was hard, and I finished it." This is not arrogance. It is the simple, factual acknowledgement of your own agency and effort. You must also become a detective, searching for proof of your own small wins. Keep a journal or a log. At the end of each day, write down one thing you did that was difficult, but that you accomplished anyway. Collect this evidence that you are capable of growth. Over time, as you review this collection of small successes, your inner voice will begin to change. It will shift from a critic that points out your flaws to a coach that reminds you of your strengths and your progress. Support from others matters immensely. No one grows in a vacuum. Bethany had a tight-knit family and a community of friends who cheered for her every small step. She had coaches who did not just offer encouragement, but who showed her the small, practical moves she needed to adapt. This external support helps keep your own mind on the right track when self-doubt creeps in. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Let others guide you. Find just one person who believes in you, especially on the days when you cannot believe in yourself. Another hard truth is that your environment shapes your beliefs. If you surround yourself with people who are cynical and who quit easily, their mindset will inevitably rub off on you. Conversely, if you join a group or a team where high effort and resilience are the norm, you will find yourself rising to meet that standard. This is the power of culture. Seek out people who are gritty, who are optimistic, and who are dedicated to practice. Their habits and their beliefs will become a source of strength for you, making it easier to build and maintain your own self-belief. Change is not only for one person. It does not stop with individual achievement. It spreads. When one person learns to face their fear and perseveres, they become a source of light for others. They provide a living example of what is possible. When a teacher helps a single child build grit, that child may go on to inspire their entire class. When a community trains resilience in its members, the community grows stronger and better at weathering storms. This is how one life, one story, can change many lives. Imagine a world where schools teach resilience with the same focus as they teach reading, math. Imagine children, from a young age, learning practical skills to try again after a mistake. Break big problems down into small, manageable steps. Name your fear, then move through it productively. Learn the value of helping peers do the same. This world is not a distant fantasy. It is a choice we, as parents, educators, leaders, can start making now. A few simple concrete actions can start this change today. Teach one child to keep a practice log, celebrating effort, not just results. Tell one friend a short, true small win story this week. Build a new daily ritual for yourself. Share that commitment with your family. Ask your workplace to offer one short class on handling pressure or on bouncing back from setbacks. Small acts compound. Over years, they build new cultures. A single comeback becomes a powerful symbol. Bethany's journey from the brink of death to a world-class surfing career is more than an athletic feat. It's a testament to the human spirit. Her story gives hope to others, on a surfboard, in a hospital bed, in an office, at home. Circumstances don't have to define our future. Our response holds the power. One person's grit can become a blueprint for a generation. In the end, choice is what matters most. The choice to try again when everything in you wants to quit. The choice to be kind to your future self by putting in the hard work today. The choice to keep moving, even if it is just one small, shuffling step forward. This simple, repeatable choice is the seed of all meaningful and lasting change. It is the one thing that is always within your control. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you choose to respond. Here are 3 clear, actionable steps you can take right now today to begin your own journey. First, pick one thing that is hard for you. Commit to doing it for just 5 minutes today. Set a timer and start. Many people who rise above failure speak in calm, measured voices. They speak of small days and steady, unglamorous work. They do not promise quick fixes or secret formulas. They show the slow, patient truth of deliberate practice. Their lives speak louder than their words. Bethany Hamilton did not become brave because the pain and fear left her. She became brave because she moved through her pain and fear day after day. She found help. She practiced. She believed she could try again the next day. That is the real power. You can be brave too. You can learn to move through your own fear. You can build quiet strength and discipline. You can learn to keep going after you fall. When you do, your world will feel bigger. Your work will feel more meaningful. When many people do this together, the world changes for the better. The story begins with a cold, difficult moment. It ends with a steady, enduring light. You have the power to walk from one to the other. Take the first small step.